Morning. So, I am up bright and early on my way to central London to the High Commission that's in Trafalgar Square to cast my vote for these coming elections. So, this is my commitment, even though I'm not in the country, but I am making sure that my voice is being heard. And yeah, hope you guys are also ready to go and cast your votes, because this is important, okay? It's important. I woke up in the AMs just to make sure that I don't miss my bus and I am able to go and do the right thing. And so should you. Okay, first order of the day when I got to London was to make sure that I am fueled enough. So I got some breakfast because I knew the lines were going to be crazy. So it was best to just eat up first and then face the day. Totally recommend. As you may have seen, I left quite early, so I didn't get a chance to eat. But when I got there, I made sure that, I feed myself, all right? This was at Wetherspoons, a full breakfast, full English breakfast. You know, when you're in the King's Land, gotta eat what the English eat. So, yeah. So right now I have arrived in central London. Behind me is the palace. I'm on my way to the voting station. Quite early. It's about 7:30 in the morning. So the streets are literally still very much empty, and it looks like there's going to be a lot of activity today here because the streets are barricaded and stuff, so it should be interesting. I mean, my aim was to get here as early as I could, because obviously it takes me 2 hours to travel from where I live to central London. So the plan was to get here as early as possible, because I know there's a lot of South Africans that are living in the UK, so there's only one voting station, and I can imagine the chaos that will be later on towards the day. So yeah, I'm slowly making my way up there, and yeah, I'll speak to you guys in a bit. Okay, so this is the road from Buckingham Palace that goes through St. George's Park, leading up to Trafalgar Square. It was still very early in the morning. As you can see, there was not really like a lot of people there, which made for a very nice walk in the morning. This was the calm before the storm, basically, because there's not really a lot of people. Still early. When I got to the High Commission, these were the scenes. Loads of people, and this was still like very early in the morning. It was a snake queue that went all the way to the back. I had to like literally go all the way to find where the back of the queue was, but it was a lovely atmosphere. South Africans were out in numbers. All of them were very cheerful, joyful. People were happy to be there. I enjoyed every minute of the interaction that I got with the people. It was such a warm and fuzzy feeling, to be honest. This is just snippets of the queues.
and some of the guys that were really enjoying themselves. You could see people came dressed in their regalia, and I loved how respectful everybody was during the queuing up, because it was about 3 hours, and then finally we had our marks done. And yeah, it was time to go home. It was such a long day, but it was totally worth it. I don't regret taking the commute down to London to cast my vote. I totally recommend. There was the start of my journey, 2 hours going back to where I came from. Okay, I'm back home from voting. It was an amazing journey. I am so tired because obviously I had to wake up very early. 2-hour bus ride from where I live to London, and then the same journey back. And mind you, when you get there, it's not like you said you stand in the queue. It was 3.5 hours of waiting in the queue before you finally voted, but it went by so quickly because I was surrounded by like a lot of lovely people. But as you can see, I am knackered. But my heart was full, and I was so happy that in as much as I'm standing for that amount of time, we came out and we did our duty, and we had our say, basically. And everybody that's not in the country is still taking the responsibility, and they're taking it so seriously that they traveled from all over the UK just to cast their votes. So it was beautiful. It was amazing to see. When I left, the waiting time on the queue was 6 hours. So, but people were still committed, and people were still like, rallying on, which is a good thing to see, because today it wasn't the greatest of days in terms of weather. There was a time where it rained, but we still persisted and we still stood in the queue, because we were like, we came out here to do one thing, and we're not living without doing that one thing. So yeah, when your time comes, please do the right thing and do not miss the opportunity to go and vote, okay?